Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh, here we go. It is KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yes, Kevin?
What's up? Happy Wednesday. Yeah.
I know it annoys some people, so I do. I don't know. It's a flawed me.
Okay, let's see. Stuff going on here today. It's halfway through the week. Trying to get to the weekend. See what we got going on here. I don't know if you guys got any Careza plans. I know Virginia's going to be heading out to New Orleans.
Yes, Mardi Gras is this weekend.
Yeah. That's exciting stuff.
It's very exciting.
Good for you.
We've been making our costumes. We've been hot glue gun. There's so many burnt fingertips in my house right now.
Yeah, you got to get them costumes all ready and everything all
yes.
set. Yeah.
We're going as a rainbow family this year. So
Cute.
our theme is rainbow.
So Mags has gone to Mardi Gras every single year she's been born. So this is this regular way of living for her.
Yeah, we never miss one, ever. She knows this is just what we do.
Yeah.
Hell,
every year.
as a kid,
That is awesome.
fuck school. I'm going to Mardi Gras.
Yeah, what are you jokers doing? Yeah, right? Suck it. How's she doing? I saw a photo you sent. She was in a hospital bed last night.
Yeah, she banged her foot, and we were at home when she did it, and it really didn't look that bad. And
Is Mags a hypochondriac?
Here's the deal with Mags. Okay, so Mags is kind of like a newborn giraffe. Big, long legs. She got these big puppy feet. She doesn't really know what to do with them.
Yeah.
She's awkward in her own body, and she's always getting hurt.
Is she legit hurt, though, or is it attention?
Well, so she was legit hurt last night, and I tried to keep her at home and say, okay, let's just put some ice on it and see if we can get this
Yeah,
thing
was there
better.
swelling going on? Could you see swelling?
Not really.
You're not buying it.
I was just like, okay, but the tears and the screaming and the pain was just to another level that I was like, all right, well, let's go get it x-rayed. And so, of course, she always hurts herself when MD Now is closed.
Yeah.
So we got to go to the emergency room. And we were there for like almost 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
jeez.
The emergency room's no joke, man.
It's just, I mean, there's like 50 other people there, you know?
It's
I
not
mean,
cheap either.
It's not cheap. It was $200, and that's just the copay.
What'd they say?
Nothing's the matter with it. They think that she maybe like banged a growth plate
Yeah.
in her foot, but there's nothing broken. There's nothing fractured.
They're just making shit up. There's a growth plate. I don't
I
know.
don't even know where a growth plate is,
Yeah.
but like if it still hurts in a day or so, I guess I have to bring her to the orthopedic, they said, and see if there's something like that she really did hit a growth plate. But she's on crutches. The whole thing is like bandaged. It's dramatic. The last effing thing I need as I'm trying to get ready for Mardi Gras. I mean, I have got such a crunch schedule each day of like 5 important things I have to do to get ready for this trip. And it did not include spending the greater part of my evening in the emergency
You're
room.
like, this shit better be broken, Mags.
And it wasn't. It wasn't broken.
You and the Queen are on completely polar opposites when it comes to the hospital kind of stuff. Like the kids, or even me, or even her, will have something like legitimately like, you really need to get that looked at. She's like, no, it's going to be fine. We're not going. I don't believe in that kind of crap. And I'm just like, just tough it out. I'm like,
I don't believe in stitches.
yeah. I mean, it would be something along those lines. You're like going, no. And I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle.
I mean, that's where I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle with that stuff.
I'm like, legitimately, you wait until I don't go unless it's absolutely necessary. And you're going, yeah, that probably really should get looked at. But now it's
if it's stitches, you go.
Mags was saying things like shooting pain. My whole foot's gone numb. Like, she was using words like that had me like, oh my gosh, if I don't take her, am I going to be like a bad mom?
Yeah. But I think normally if you have something like that, you would see swelling. I think it's rare to see a fracture or something along those lines without some kind of swelling.
There's so many tears and so much screaming and so much agony. I was like, oh my God.
The other time, because it seems like you guys go to the hospital and MD Now a lot.
They know us on a first-name basis.
How many times has it proven to be legit, or how many times has it been you walked away kind of like,
ratio?
Like, I don't even know if she was hurt. It's one of those ones, if you can't call it, I don't know if that's a legit hurt.
This is the first one where I've really been like, okay, we shouldn't have gone. I mean, most of them, like, she'll burn herself, or she'll do something, or she'll be sick, and they're legit. This is like the first one where I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
We could have just kept you at home and put ice on it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I didn't know.
Well,
and
that's
so,
pretty good, though. I mean, that's decent odds. I mean, if there's generally something wrong.
She really does hurt herself a lot.
Yeah, because
And she's got this cyst on her wrist from banging the wrist, and she's got this, and she's got that, and she's an accident-prone child.
That's how I was as a kid. That's the only reason why I asked, because I was kind of like a magnolia, where by the time I was age 13, I had 3 operations and I had stitches 12 different instances. So I get it, because I was all over the place, walking into hutches.
Guess she's got to know your kid.
Yeah, and her ass better heal up quick, because Mardi Gras is a walking vacation. We parked the car and we walked everywhere. We walked to parades. We walked to the French Quarter. We walked to go eat.
Yeah.
We like to drink and walk. That's what we do.
Denny's is like the queen. He will not call anybody for help. Police, ambulance, any of that stuff. I think he thinks it's all going to go down if he calls them.
Yeah, I mean, even going, like, it was like, she was like giving me a hard time when I had the ear infection. I went to MD Now, and I was like legit, like, what it did for me was I couldn't sleep the night before. And I got about 2 hours of sleep.
And you can't hear, and it's weird.
Well, yeah, and it just legitimately was like hurting, like throbbing, shooting pain in my side of my head, and
you gotta go.
I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm like, you're gonna suck that. I'm like, well, no, I wasn't going anywhere. I'm like,
It's
but
embarrassing.
it's like you'll get a lot of crap about it.
And you went to MD Now, and then you felt better afterwards.
Oh
and
yeah,
so it's like, okay,
it was necessary. Yeah, it's something like that where you've got some kind of like yeah, you've got to, that's when you legitimately have to go. And like I said, I realized I'm like, you're not going to get better unless you go get medical treatment on this.
I thought I was having a heart attack. I think I told you guys this. I thought I was having a heart attack, and I drove to the hospital. And I'm like, I think I'm having a heart attack. They bring me in, and they gave me this Ativan. I was having a panic attack, is what it was. I thought it was a heart attack. They gave me Ativan, and this is when...
What's that?
It's like it relaxes you instantly. It's kind of like a Xanax. Or,
I'll take some.
It's really nice.
I could have used some last
Guess who's
night.
having a heart attack at about 2 o'clock today?
But some of the people that listened to our program was working the emergency room, so we had like 3 or 4 nurses in there talking with me, and the Ativan started hitting. And at that point, I think they realized I wasn't dying. And I started just getting really open and honest about Macy and my ex-girlfriend. I'm like,
Oh, no.
I was like opening up.
Dang.
Yeah, it was. And then like 3 hours later, it wears off. And I'm in my bed going, what the fuck did I just say? I mean, I was really opening up about so much stuff. And they're like, all right, dude, I think you need to shut the fuck up and get out.
You need to go to a psychiatrist, not the ER.
It was like a therapy session because of that damn Ativan. I was just singing, I was a truth serum.
Just talking away, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Earlier on the show, we were talking about Kristen Bell, talking about how Dax Shepard helped her out by sucking milk from her clogged milk ducts.
Yes, I was fascinated by this story because I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Jesse said, good for Kristen Bell for sharing Dax as the real MVP. When I had clogged ducts, my husband massaged my boobs, and not in a sexy way. It hurt, and I literally cried, but I couldn't get enough leverage to massage and loosen the lumps myself, so the hubs had to do it. Clogged milk ducts are so effing painful.
It's a different kind of pain, Kev.
When it got bad, I used an electric breast pump to pull the milk out. My husband would never suck on my boobs for that purpose, but that's just us. Not judging Kristen and Dax at all. I also laid cabbage leaves on my boobs. Weird and stinky, but it seemed to help. But I seriously love Kristen and Dax. They're my celebrity couple crush. They seem like they'd be so fun to hang out with. I just want to be BFFs with them. Jesse, I agree. I think they're probably my favorite celebrity couple.
They're adorable.
So adorable. Love them both together, yeah. They're just great. That'd be the one that, like, yeah, if they ever split up, it'd crush me. I'd be like, no.
What? Nothing's real.
No.
Well, nothing is real, and it's going to happen, so be prepared to be crushed.
No.
It's celebrity couples, you can't buy into that
Mr.
shit.
Down on Love a week before Valentine's
No,
Day.
I just know how this shit works with the celebrities.
Somebody's jaded.
And he's even got a date for Valentine's
No,
Day. You
I
think it'd be
know.
fun?
It's not happening. I'm not doing that date. Seriously.
Come on.
I brought the voicemail in because I thought it was
Quit
funny.
being a little bitch. Just go.
I'm going to be a little bitch. I'm not. You have no idea what a can of worms this problem could be going out with a chick I've never met before on a
But
blind date from Ann.
What if
could
it's
go wrong?
love?
It's not love.
You'll make Ann happy. You'll make us happy. If you love us, you would go.
I can make Ann just as happy, if not more, if I just buy her a chicken parm sub. So we're good.
I'd say there's at least a 3% chance of this going well.
That high, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin said there's no way it's going to go well.
If it goes bad, it is good.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really. It's going to go good for on the air. I mean, let's just break this down for a second. It goes great on the air. We have some laughs. We have a good time. Meanwhile, when I go home, I now have to deal with this whole thing. Why were you talking to me about me on the air? Why this? Fuck that. And what the shit? It's too much.
Too much. Who needs it? Alyssa said, seeing Jaybird barefoot in the studio is so disgusting. I actually threw up a little bit. When I think of all the things you guys have done in there and what could be growing in that carpet, they may vacuum it, but they never do shampoo it.
That is true.
I'm a Florida person. You think this is bad? You should see me walking around around my place. I'm just a barefoot motherfucker.
We did bring Padron Carpet Cleaning, the official carpet cleaner of the KVJ show, in here, and they did clean it for free not too long ago. That was nice of them.
It's not. I mean, it's. This is way better than walking around Cal shit.
He walks everywhere like that, though. So, I mean, I don't think it phases him.
Not at all. I have a kind of my own natural shoe on anyway from that condition my mom passed down to me.
Okay. Talena said, hey, I was going through some old YouTube videos of KVJ, and I came across one where Jason made cereal with his feet about 5 years ago. It'd be a great sudden death challenge that the highest card picked gets to make a simple sandwich with their feet, and the lowest card picked has to eat it.
I love it.
I think there's one time we did do sandwiches with the feet, but I don't know if anybody ate them.
We did that because there's an episode of The Office where Dwight on that show is convinced that feet are better than hands, and you can do things just as well with your feet. And then they show him trying to make coffee, and that's where we got that from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can. I was watching a video. It's fascinating. This woman was born without arms, and she was like curling her hair and combing it and doing her hair and all that kind of stuff with her feet. Yeah.
Curling her hair with a hot curling iron?
Yeah.
Well, think of it. That's all
Heck
she
yeah.
knows. She's adapted.
It's crazy.
It's really fascinating. They had a story on HBO, the same kind of thing. Athletes with no limbs that are just doing unbelievable things and just what they had to do to get there. And then you're complaining about a day like, oh, I can't find my remote. Fuck you.
I know, right?
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I really have problems finding my remote.
And I do get mad, but then you think there's real problems.
I'd love to get that girl in here. It's just not only inspirational and fascinating, but I'd love to have a challenge: her feet versus Jaybird's hands. Who do you think would win?
That's interesting.
Yeah,
It
that's what I
depends
thought
on
too.
the
Like you played a
sport.
game Operation.
Because he's not good with his hands.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, it's like if they played a game
Unless
Operation.
you're talking about demolition.
I played third base, bro, back in high school.
I heard you used to field it with your chest.
I did. I was all
I heard you
balls.
sat on the bench.
In college, I did. Don't be such a hurtful.
Gosh, I know, right? Just going right for the
She
jugular.
loves it.
I heard it from you.
You heard it. No, it's accurate.
Jay Money from the Fort said, Kev, stop everything. You got to listen to this. I was at Isla Morada Beer Company here in Fort Pierce yesterday. I saw something new they have called Island Water. They told me it was alcoholic water. What? Obviously, I tried it, and holy shit. They got two flavors, key lime and raspberry. The key lime literally tastes like infused spa water. The raspberry is a little bitter, but oh my gosh, Kev, the key lime is special. It's about 5% alcohol. Yeah, I think I talked about this. I don't know.
You did.
Yeah, I don't know if it's if Isla Morada is doing their own, but Miami Brewing is doing some, and I saw that the Jupiter Brew Fest about 2-3 weeks ago, and they had it there, and I was like, what the heck, man? Yeah, so that's the new thing. He said I talked to one of the brewers, and he said it's basically just fermented sugar. He said it could count the ingredients on one hand. The bartender swears it doesn't give bad hangovers. As we were talking, people were stopping in, filling growlers at $8 a pop for 32 ounces. I believe the key lime island water. I could see this changing the game. I feel like I'm opening up Pandora's box. Yeah, I mean, that is the one thing. Like I said, it tastes like spa water to me. You know, where they put like the fruit in it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It tastes just like that. I couldn't even taste the alcohol. Again,
That's dangerous, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. I'm like, part of it I was like, yeah, I mean, this is awesome. But then another part was like, oh, no. I mean, I gave up vodka for that reason because I was knocking down so much of it. I just drink a lot. I mean, I'm on my third full thing of beverage today, and it's not even an alcohol thing. I just drink a lot.
You can chug it too and not have it hit you right away. And then all of a sudden, it starts to hit you, and you're thinking, all right, am I feeling 3 vodkas right now?
Well, what I thought would be funny would be the main point I thought was, setting up cameras and taking somebody to the gym with you and giving them the water, and then you wrap up the workout by putting them on the treadmill, and they're like falling all over the place. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah. And then you get a Uber home and all that kind of stuff. And at the end, you're going, hey, you have alcohol-infused water, and they're completely hammered after an hour.
It's a mean trick.
I poisoned you. I poisoned you.
Yeah. So anyway.
We could do it to one of us.
It'd be interesting. We always do that bit. In fact, we should do it if we get it. You know where we did it with the beer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody had the non-alcoholic beer. We should do that with spa water and some of this stuff and be like, okay, what would it be like after an hour?
I do love me some spa water. They put
Spa water's delicious.
The cucumbers in it.
They put cucumbers. They put fresh fruit.
Yeah, I do. It's very refreshing.
Okay, if somebody could help us out, or we can figure this stuff out where they have it. Let's get some. It'd be easy enough to make the spa water. It'd be easy enough to get our hands on this. Let's try it as an experiment.
We should have a little spa water in here, just on the reg.
It'd be nice, but I wouldn't touch it unless I saw Virginia preparing it in a clean kitchen.
Yeah.
I knew it was great. Yeah, and I knew it was in here, and it would have to leave the studio when we do, and it'd have to come in like first thing in the morning. Like I'd have to know the prep was so immaculate.
Prep is so important.
Oh, it is.
You really do have to know what's going on and what you're consuming.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to see the people that made it. I want to see the kitchen.
Yeah.
Do you guys get skeeved out now when someone's preparing your food and they're not wearing gloves?
No, that doesn't bother me.
Because sometimes people just get germs all over the gloves. So
a lot of chefs don't wear gloves.
Chefs, I'd imagine they don't, but I think aren't chefs kind of held to a higher standard? If you're a chef,
they are.
You should be.
Are you talking about a sandwich girl at the deli?
I'm talking about more like you're going into a place, you're ordering, and they're cooking stuff.
I think I saw something one time about how disgusting some gloves were. They went in, they're like going, stop. And they grabbed their gloves, and they went and they tested them, and they're like going...
Well, they take the same gloves, and they make your sandwich, and then they go to the cash register, and they hit the buttons, and they collect money, and they don't take the gloves off.
Well, what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to get plastic gloves, make the sandwich, throw those off, and constantly get new gloves.
Yeah.
How many effing gloves you going to go through?
Well, they're plastic gloves. I think that...
One per customer.
Yeah, you just go through it.
That's expensive. Plastic gloves are really not cheap.
Oh, I'm not here to get into a plastic glove off with you. I'm just...
You know what I saw today? I'm always reading these kind of things, these things that maybe in a germaphobe. Fast food joints actually have way less bacteria than 5-star restaurants.
Really? How do you figure?
If you have a good manager, I can see how this is possible.
Yeah, I guess they went in and they did studies of both, and they found that there was a lot less bacteria at the fast food joints than there were at the 5-star restaurants.
To me,
I don't know if I believe that.
It's all about that. Who is the manager? Do they take pride in making sure things are clean? Do they have someone cleaning the bathroom every hour on the hour?
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
They said the eye-opening thing, though. They tested a third location. They said that really you should be freaking out about your own home. They say the fast food and the 5-star restaurants much cleaner. When they went to people, the average kitchen, just surprised people and tested them. They said disgusting and filthy. If you only knew what was, because people don't take the same kind. You go into a restaurant and you're thinking, oh, how disgusting. Then you go home, you don't think about it, and you're throwing your lunch meat all over the counter and you're putting it on. Like your own home is disgusting because you probably don't have the same type of regimen that they do to clean and sanitize. And how often are you doing it? They're doing it a couple times a day sometimes.
You haven't seen my kitchen. I have Clorox wipes.
Yeah.
Because I'm real scared.
Yeah, you're probably not the average.
Yeah.
You should see my kitchen. You have Clorox. I've got croissants.
Croissant wipes?
No, I just have croissants in there.
That's what he uses to clean.
I use the spray stuff with the wipey stuff. They come in the 3, and you open it. It's almost kind of like toilet paper, but it's for your counter.
Okay, like wipes.
Well, yeah, Lysol.
Mm-hmm.
I love Pine Sol. If I could drink that shit, I would.
It's not going to be good for
you.
No,
don't drink it, obviously. But
really? You sure you can't?
No, I know you can't.
Oh, okay.
Don't. It'll be like them Tide Pods. Kids are dropping.
But something about that smell just makes me like, I don't know, it opens something up in me.
Why are those kids eating the Tide Pod? I haven't even heard that yet.
It's a challenge on social media.
Like, I
think
bet you can't eat it?
their YouTube challenge. Eat a Tide Pod, and then kids are eating them, and they're like, "Whoa," throwing up, and
Yeah, I don't get it either. I love that kind of shit.
it's stupid.
Can we try to maybe see if we can get a viral trend going of eating dog shit?
I mean, we can make.
It makes more sense.
I can get cat shit here stat. Dog shit, I'm gonna have to make a couple calls.
Maybe go, hey, look at me, dog shit.
Yeah, go Eagles.
It becomes a thing.
Yes, that's when we go viral. We're like, shit, we're going viral for this.
You got to eat every kind of shit, though. You start
That's
with
what
dog.
we're known for. We
Yeah.
go everywhere. Hey, you guys are
Cat.
the ones that started the dog shit challenge.
Oh, aren't those the guys? Aren't those the fuck faces that pissed in their face as well? That's what we'll go viral for. That video's not seen the light of day.
Please,
All right,
one day.
maybe one day.
One
Maybe
day. I need it.
Yeah. By the way, Jay Money said, P.S. Tell Texarado Longhand to go fuck himself.
Oh, there it is. I love it.
I love it.
Let me see. This one says, hey, I remember a time, once upon a time, when KVJ promised to do some picture face down naked on the beach with listeners because they got 100,000 likes on Facebook. Did I miss it, or did the KVJ pull off a Jason where he didn't do the naked mile?
Yeah,
No
when is the
Pizza
Naked
Pennington.
Mile? When is the Naked Mile happening?
As a Kevin Ralston question.
We need it.
I'm here. I'm just here observing.
Have Beth call the South Florida Fairgrounds, see if we can get that set up, and we'll do it
If we
as
can't-
soon as they say yes.
If we can't do it there, maybe we had talked about doing it at someone's house that's got big property if we have to, because there is that whole nudity thing where I will get arrested,
Yeah.
which is cool as long as there's no kids involved. I don't care if,
Can we just set it up at somebody's house and property and just
we
do
could.
it?
Yeah, find it.
I know what the fair's going to do. We're going to go to them, and they're going to be like, take a week to say no.
Okay, well, yeah, look, if someone's got it, let us know. We'll make it work. The nation won't let us down. When we talked about it, we had like 9 houses. We just didn't do it.
Let's do this and get it done and get this boy naked.
I love it.
Okay. Let me see. Or may I remind him in Virginia of a time when he was supposed to donate $1 to Little Smiles every time he cursed on the ATS?
Oh, we addressed that.
Okay.
He did.
Yeah, and we voided it after. Like, just go ahead and swear.
Did Kevin forget about Jay Bird's burpees?
No, you bring him. He's injured.
Mm-hmm. What about Kev's push-ups?
We
A
do
few of
those.
Stepping up in 018, Jay Bird, a curious fan.
Oh.
And P.S. Go fuck yourself.
Curious Fan needs to do a little research because we do some of that shit.
Curious fans calling your ass out.
Well, I'm calling Curious Fan out. Do some more research.
Curious fan.
We do a lot of that. But yeah, Naked Mile, we will work on that.
Let me see. Corey said, Jaybird, watch the Poughkeepsie tapes. It's a real murder documentary that took place in New York where the suspect took video of him torturing his victims. And when the cops found him, they found 900 VHS tapes of torture.
Oh my gosh, this happens quite a bit actually, where guys like to record the torturous activities they do with their victims.
Oh my
And that's how a lot of times they
gosh.
get caught. That's the evidence. That's the nail in the coffin for them.
Did he torture them and then kill them?
I don't know.
Probably.
Well,
That's
it
usually
says
how
it's a murder documentary, so I would assume so. I would assume that some people did
Yeah,
not
no,
make it
a
out.
lot of stuff's really, really heavy. I did finally end up watching that one murder thing someone suggested over a couple weeks ago. 7 or 17 or 13. It was about all those girls that were ended up missing.
Yeah, I remember
11.
when.
I think
Yeah,
it's called 11.
yeah, I remember when that come out. I talked about that.
It was good, a little too long. They could have probably
Yeah.
condensed it.
Okay, all right, that'll happen. Let me see, and a good little piece of information here from Christina, who's talking about jumping in, helping the homeless. She just said, check out thelordsplace.org. They do a thing where their mission is to break the cycle of homelessness, and they do so through a few different programs. They have a social enterprise program where they actually, give the homeless the opportunity to get real-world job experiences and teach them marketable skills and get gainful employment, which is great. They have a Joshua catering company that is staffed by the homeless, and they go in and work a catering company from food prep to delivery, and then the Joshua Thrift Store, which is a thrift store where they get to work retail.
Yes,
So
we've heard of
that
them.
is good stuff. Yeah, I have
That's awesome.
too. Thelordsplace.org.
I wonder, do they accept clothing for the homeless?
Don't know.
I really feel like a lot of people have a lot of clothes in their closet that they never use, and it's just collecting dust. I know that I do.
I always give it to Goodwill.
But is there a better place to give it? I mean, the homeless, Goodwill, you're still selling it and people are buying it. I buy shit at Goodwill. Is there a thing you can do to give decent clothing to the homeless?
Call the Lord's Place.
Well, I'm also bringing it up too. Maybe there's other people that do have that same problem. They got a bunch of clothes in their closet. I mean, that could totally turn someone's day around. New shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Dresses. I'm sure you got some dresses.
I do.
Yeah.
I wear stuff out, though. I mean, I wear stuff till it falls apart.
Look who you're talking to.
Yeah, when Jay Bird throws away a shirt, it's not fit for the homeless.
No, you're right.
They'd be going, come on, I got standards, bitch.
Yeah. Come on, you jerk.
All right, that is going to do it for us. You guys enjoy your Wednesday. We'll all wrap at you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.